Starting another binge watch playlist of Chair Shot Reality on WrestlingInc.com, your wrestling news source leader in the world. Josh Eisenberg's down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm Justin LeBar here in Pittsburgh. Josh, just in full disclosure, it was going to be you debating Katie Arquette, but she couldn't get here quite in time. She's still finishing off leg day, but she'll be here later in the weekend for the playlist. Josh, we're getting closer and closer to April 8th, WrestleMania Day. You and I, Juice, the whole crew will be down in New Orleans, Spirits on Bourbon from 1 to 3 p.m. with Tommy Dreamer, Mr. Anderson, and Noelle Foley. It's free to get in, free Q&A. There's also the special VIP, which, thanks to the sponsors, it has been lowered down to $100 for a VIP ticket. Get you lunch with Noelle and get to meet everybody else. Only 6 of those VIPs available. And, of course, you can go to TicketKingOnline.com and search WrestleMania pre-party event to purchase that. All right, Josh, my question to you. What build are you liking better? Which marquee match are you liking better of how they're building to this? Is it the Universal title match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? Very controversial. They're trying to make it. Or is it the finally, the late blooming John Cena versus Undertaker battle that seems to be upon us?
Well, that's a tough question, Justin, because I think both have been pretty good so far. You look at Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, they're trying to smart out the smarks. I know you love that comment, the smark angle, but I'm going to go with John Cena and The Undertaker. Here's why. John Cena can cut a promo better than 99% of anybody who's ever put a microphone in front of their face. And we saw that again this past Monday. And I know that you love the people saying, oh, Undertaker's not healthy. And I hate to say that I actually listened to your podcast. I heard about where's your medical doctors coming out about this. But I like this because for the past so many years, since the streak has been broken, so we're going on 4 years now, The Undertaker's storyline heading into WrestleMania is always, does he still have it? And that's more common now because he's facing a guy like John Cena, who John Cena's road to WrestleMania was, I'm not sure if he's going to have one. Look, we all understand that John Cena is obviously going to have a WrestleMania match. Nobody's ever thought that he wasn't going to have a WrestleMania match. But two guys in the twilight of their careers, John Cena, who's doing so many other things outside of WWE, and The Undertaker, who are not sure what's going to happen on a yearly basis, this feud seems natural to me. This feud seems organic to me. And it doesn't make me feel that, as much as I like the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar storyline so far, it doesn't make me feel like WWE is trying to outsmart the internet community. So this is more natural, this is more organic to me, and no matter what you say about Cena and The Undertaker, you only need a couple of weeks to build this storyline because, like I said, it's organic, it's natural. People want to see Cena and The Undertaker. John Cena, hot take, should have been the guy that ended The Undertaker's streak, but since he didn't, this is a great opportunity for both guys in the twilight of their careers, getting an opportunity to face off for the first and only time at WrestleMania.
John Cena versus Undertaker is the #1 match that I'm most looking forward to. Absolutely, it's the match I've wanted to see it, for 5 years at least. I wanted to see it when the streak was still intact, but I'm happy that we're going to see it now. And this should be the last match for Undertaker going up against the franchise player that is John Cena. But I'm going to go with the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar build is what I'm enjoying.
You would, Justin. You would.
Here's why. I love it. It's always good when you blend a little bit of art and reality. And because there are some things behind the scenes of Brock Lesnar, and they're trying to figure out, and Brock might re-sign with WWE, but it might be at the 11th hour. He's certainly determined to do UFC, and so how that all plays out, I love the fact they're using that. I love the fact they're acknowledging that fans know that Brock is in this negotiation period that he's in, and WWE's desperate. WWE is desperate to get Roman Reigns over and he's over, but to get him reacted to the way they want. And sometimes when you're desperate, that's when you pull out the most creative and the most interesting stuff. I love the Roman promos, the way he's speaking. I love the fact that Roman Reigns, the guy that all the smart marks say is so terrible, is able to get all of them up in a tizzy and get them to go ooh and ah, and he's shooting, and that was off script. And I love them following Roman right into Gorilla because we don't often see that on live TV. Yeah, we'll see Gorilla in every documentary and every WWE 24/7, but you never see it live on a Monday Night Raw. In that capacity where they go right back and confront Vince. So I like what they're doing. I think that it really just resonates with everybody. Feels like they know everything and they want to see more of the behind the scenes. And even though this all is part of the script, even though this all is, Vince McMahon's happily acknowledging Brock Lesnar as just being the full-fledged heel in this, I like how it's really making you feel like, okay, they're pulling from real life. I think that's just that's something that's so needed and it's so easily understood in 2018 in the era that we're in.
But do you realize that you rewind to WrestleMania 31? Yes, Roman Reigns was getting booed, winning, or being a guy that obviously he's going to win the Royal Rumble was predictable and everything. But WWE did the absolute worst thing in the world to Roman Reigns going into that WrestleMania 31 match against Brock Lesnar by saying Brock has re-signed with WWE, chose WWE over UFC, so all the jabrones on the websites and the podcasts and everything going on in the internet world was saying, wow, Brock Lesnar, our guy, he actually chose WWE over UFC. He chose WWE first and foremost over the NFL, over UFC. He's back. He's our guy. We have him for another couple of years. So now that I think about it, like, that was the worst thing that WWE could have done to Roman Reigns. Now, in the back of my mind, they're trying to save Roman Reigns when we all know Roman Reigns is today's John Cena. Does it matter if he gets cheered? No. Does it matter if he gets booed? No. But Roman Reigns is a reaction, and people only care about reactions. Talk about business, Justin. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar doesn't need to go on last to WrestleMania because it's going to get the most reaction no matter where it's at on the card. I want to see John Cena and The Undertaker in the next 3 weeks tease. Like you said, maybe we get an American Badass. Maybe we don't. I sure as hell hope not because I've already seen one too many Kid Rock concerts at WrestleMania.
John Cena and Undertaker should go on last, and yes, Reigns and Lesnar can be put on.
So we do agree on that. We do agree on Cena and Taker going last.
Yes, I agree on that. And hot take here, I don't want to. I hope WWE doesn't show us Brock Lesnar until WrestleMania. Have Brock Lesnar continue. You know, last week it was Vince saying I think he guaranteed that Brock will be there. Have Brock continually, quote unquote, no show until WrestleMania.
What does that do though, Justin? What does that do if you keep Brock Lesnar off for 3 more weeks?
First off, you don't need him because you have Paul Heyman. Secondly, it'll continue to build fire under Roman Reigns' anger towards this, and who knows, maybe. And then again, to some of these people who are actually believing that this is real life playing out in front of them, they might start to boo Brock Lesnar, which is what WWE wants. Also, if Brock doesn't re-sign with WWE, if he does in fact depart from them for good, at least for the time being, it continues to paint him more in the light of an asshole, and that's what WWE wants. If somebody's going to leave, they try to downplay their importance.
Well,
good.
Let me ask one more question for you though. Hot take. Will Brock Lesnar have his last match in New Orleans against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania?
Last match ever?
His last WWE match.
That's false.
That's true.
That's false. WrestleMania will be in Minneapolis in a few years. I can see it there. I can see him going away for a year or two, and that's the one of the final guys I have to make a comeback. So we're running out of guys that can make comebacks. You know, everybody's, so that would be one of the guys that could do a one-off comeback. We got plenty more this weekend. Josh, you'll be back with us at the end of the playlist. You and Juice going to go toe-to-toe talking about my man, Braun.
Who? Juice?
You and Juice.